on From Junky to Funky. We take a vintage chair, a modern table, and a broken lamp and turn them into the fabulous framework of a swinging 60s bachelor pad.
Oh my God.
And we'll do it all for under $350. So grab a seat, baby, because it's time to get funky.
That's awesome.
Good job, people.
Yeah, that's awesome.
3 designers, each with their own unique skill.
And a shared mission.
Take a fresh, creative approach
to transforming
Worn out, discarded,
or out-of-date objects
into new,
personalized,
stylish stuff.
That's From Junky to Funky.
Our mission? To find discarded stuff and transform it into fabulous furniture that we'll use to create a swinging 60s style lounge for Ben and Jeff. Roommates who have a big empty dining room that's become a dumping ground for random junk. They say they need our help turning it into a place where they can entertain in style.
Nice to meet you. Come on, dining room's this way.
Okay.
Oh,
is this the room?
All right.
Yeah, this is the room, as you can see. So,
not too much going on in here.
No, nothing at all. It's just being used for nothing. It's a bunch of empty space.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, it's an extra room to kind of fill up with clutter, and it doesn't really have a function, and that's kind of what we want.
The guys have a common roommate problem. A formal dining room just doesn't work for the way they entertain.
What function do you want it to serve?
Kind of a place to entertain, lounge, have people over.
You know, have friends over for cards, have people over just to sort of hang out.
What are you guys envisioning?
Definitely something that's sort of relaxed, I think. You know, somewhere I can just sort of feel I can just sort of plonk myself down in the chair, and you know, if there was a bar area, that would be nice as well.
Sit comfortably.
Yeah,
So we can eat. We can only eat in front of the TV right now, so.
I think a table would be good, but we'd sort of move away from having, you know, a dining table that takes up the whole of the room.
Sure.
Maybe a bar, couch, just something that doesn't have a TV in it.
What kinds of things do you like?
Well, we like boring futons. No, I like furniture from like the 60s.
I definitely like a sort of a contemporary sort of feel to a room as well. Something that's sort of bright, but you know, not sort of too overbearing.
Would you be adverse to having all 4 walls painted?
No, not. I wouldn't be adverse to having all 4 walls painted. I might be adverse to having all 4 walls painted the same solid bright color.
Okay.
David helps the guys choose colors for the room. They decide on a very 60s combination of orange and green.
So one of these two, so maybe picking a green that goes with that. Oh.
That one looks better.
Yeah. Yeah.
David suggests a mocha accent wall to give the room a contemporary edge.
Okay, so you're gonna paint that wall this color right here, the orange, and then these 2 opposite walls, you're gonna paint this green, and the wall with the windows, you'll paint this mocha brown color. Think you guys can manage that?
Great.
Very good, very good. I think it's gonna look great.
Well, you guys, we're gonna take off. We're all done with our work, so you guys get to painting, and we're gonna go scour the streets of Chicago, find some really cool items that we're gonna take to our shop, customize just for you guys based on everything you said today, and we'll be back in a couple weeks.
Excellent.
So I think they definitely need some sort of area for eating, you know, a fun table. They also need a place to drink. I think every vintage lounge needs some sort of bar area.
Yeah,
and I think lighting would be a great way to just round out the room.
Sounds good. Since we're creating a 60s style lounge, we head to the thrift stores to look for supplies. Thrift stores are a great place to find mid-century goods for really affordable prices.
That's funny. I always find like the best stuff tucked away on the top shelves. It's almost as if people like come by and they're like thinking about it, and then they just kind of stow it away, thinking nobody's gonna
That's what
find
I
it.
do. That's what I do, definitely.
Put a light behind it. It'd be cool. Those would be cool sconces.
They would be good sconces.
Hey, David, what do you think about taking a lampshade and kind of just turning it upside down? Maybe extending it, turning it into a martini glass? For Ben and Jeff?
For Ben and Jeff, yeah.
Might be worth just getting.
Coming up on From Junky to Funky, you never know what you'll find when you're working with found objects.
$1 million? There's not $1 million in here.
Oh!
but you know what you get.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You like it?
We're on a mission to transform secondhand stuff into fabulous furniture for Ben and Jeff, roommates who want to turn an empty dining room into a swinging bachelor pad. We head back out to thrift stores. The brown elephant just got a big shipment of furniture, and that's exactly what we're looking for.
What do you think about this for Ben and Jeff?
Oh, for their bar?
Yeah.
Is there another one?
No.
I'd kind of like two. I don't know, do you see any other chairs that might work well for their lounge, though?
No.
I don't either.
We have to keep looking for the chairs, but we do find the perfect couch, and it only costs $50.
Tennis racket,
Yeah.
turned mirror, and hanging
Send
devices.
a tennis
added.
racket?
Yeah.
Well, that's Junky to pump.
Well, son
Totally.
of a gun. Why don't we just buy it and pass it off to somebody, say we made it?
No.
We head back to our shop and go over our project designs. We know the guys need a bar area, a table, and some lighting. And since the room is so empty, David's going to give it a little character by turning a chair into a display shelf.
I plan on taking this chair apart and creating shelf art. So they'll have a place to put either really cool stemware or maybe some candles.
Very nice. I
Yeah.
like it. Well, I mean, we keep talking about this bar that we're gonna give them. I'm building an actual bar. Fortunately, we found this kidney bean shaped coffee table. I am going to cut this into two pieces, and this is gonna become the bar surface, and then a footrest down on the bottom. In between, I'm gonna custom build the actual bar. I'm gonna take these doors off of this old entertainment center, suspend them in front of this plywood base, so they'll be floating panels, and I'll light them from behind so that they have an ambient glow coming from around the edges of them.
Cool.
Come on over here. I've got two projects. Since they need a table and they love to play cards,
I'm basically just gonna take this and mosaic it using various different poker-related items. So that's one
right.
project. And because they need so much, I also wanted to do a martini glass uplight. I'm going to use this lampshade as the form, but create the actual glass out of lighting panels.
it's a quick, simple project. Mike's getting ready to cut down the bean-shaped table. When you work with found objects, you never really know what you have until you start taking it apart.
Judging from these staple holes here, I'm pretty sure that there's a framing member inside this piece, just about every 3 inches. So I'll have to deal with those once I get inside.
Mike drills a hole big enough for his saw blade. Then he uses a jigsaw to cut through the wooden table. He uses a handsaw to make sure he cuts all the way through the framing brackets.
$1 million.
Like a vault.
$1 million. There's not $1 million in here.
Oh!
So now this would be the bottom of the bar.
Right.
The legs will go on
the
there.
Yeah, the legs will go up underneath there. This will be the footrest.
Cool.
Then the bar will build up from there. Now that that side's done, I just have to flip it over and do the other side. So reverse and repeat.
All right.
David took apart that cool old folding chair and sanded the whole thing down. Then he rearranged the pieces to form the shelf back. And now he's trying to decide the best way to attach the shelves.
So my original intention was to do some carriage bolts with the washers acting as a spacer in between.
Yeah.
It's just not feeling right to me. I was thinking about putting a shelf in here to plug up some